Hola. In this short video, I will be reviewing direct object pronouns in their use in Spanish. But first, let's review what a direct object is. The direct object answers the what of the verb. So let's look at an example in English. The following sentence will serve as our example. Diego buys a bicycle. We have the verb buys. If we say Diego buys what? A bicycle is our answer. So a bicycle is our direct object. Now in English, oftentimes to avoid redundancy, we substitute that direct object with a direct object pronoun. So if I were to ask, did Diego buy a bicycle? I would probably answer, yes, he bought it. It is now replacing the bicycle so that we don't have to repeat the same direct object. It would sound redundant if we said, yes, he bought the bicycle. We default into the simplified form, yes, he bought it. So we're going to do the same thing in Spanish, where we're going to be identifying that direct object and then replacing it. Remember, anytime you're wondering, how do I find that direct object? You always find your verb and you ask yourself, what? And that'll take you to the direct object and then to use its pronoun. So let's use the same example in Spanish. Diego compra la bicicleta. Diego compra ¿qué? La bicicleta. So la bicicleta is our direct object. Now in Spanish, we are going to use one of the direct object pronouns that you see in the box on your screen. You can use me, te, lo, la, nos, los, or las. La bicicleta is singular and it is feminine. So we will replace it using la. And that means that we can rewrite this sentence using the it form of Spanish for Diego la compra. Note that we are placing this direct object pronoun before the conjugated verb. We have two options. We can either place it before the conjugated verb or attached to an infinitive or at the end of a participle. Now, if you only have one verb and it is a conjugated verb, then you have no option. It must go before that conjugated verb, like you see in the example on your screen. If you had, for example, the present progressive, like saying, Diego está comprando la bicicleta, then your option would be either saying, Diego la está comprando, because it is occurring before a conjugated verb, or because we have a participle, our other option is to say, Diego está comprándola. Note, when you attach at the end of a participle, you are going to have to add an accent in that third to the last syllable, and that's so we can keep the sound. Okay? So those would be your two options. They mean exactly the same thing. So you can choose. If you want to simplify your life and always add it before the conjugated verb, then that keeps you consistent. But neither is more used than the other one. So let's find another example. If I were to say, Sara tiene el libro. Our verb is tiene. Sara tiene ¿qué? El libro. So el libro, which is masculine and singular, is going to be lo. So if we wanted to reduce the sentence to state she has it, we would say Sara lo tiene. Let's try one other example. If I were to say José da las flores a María. I gave you now included a longer sentence. So we still have our verb da, to give. ¿Qué da José? What is José giving? Las flores. So las flores is our direct object. It is feminine and it is plural. So we will substitute with las. So I will say José las da a María. I hope this helps clarify the use of this direct object pronoun and how it helps us reduce redundancy.